going to start with the NBA before we get into college basketball, and then we'll hit Dak Prescott later in the night. So, Joe, the Golden State Warriors kind of got destroyed last night. It was not pretty. Steph Curry on the sidelines was really angry, trying to hype up his team, and his team just was not having it. I think they lost 130 to 105. It was not good, and now they've lost 4 in a row. It's dipped their 538 chances at the postseason to 38%. And so, Joe, I want to know from you, at least first, with the Mavs trending upward and the Spurs and Grizzlies kind of holding the fort down in the 8, 9, 7-ish spots, what is your gut on Golden State in the playoffs? Because I know a few weeks ago, we were all talking – I was talking Steph Curry for MVP, and his numbers are still phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't make the playoffs, that's out of question. And now he's kind of plummeting. He went from the 6th seed, and now they're in the 10 spot. So, Joe – what's going on with this team, man?
I'm not going to say Steph Curry's MVP, road is over now, even if they miss the playoffs in the 9th seed, I mean, that team was destined to fail, and he got him, pretty darn close, which I think is impressive because, it's him doing all the work. But anyway, that's not the point. I think this team is, like I said, destined not to make the playoffs. I think the Mavs, you're right, have been trending upward, and I think they're going to keep trending upward with Kristaps looking like a beast again, I think their biggest competition who they might be able to beat is San Antonio for a playoff spot, because although Murray and DeMar DeRozan are playing great, they are still not playoff contenders in my mind, So, I think that's their best shot of making the playoffs, to beat out the Spurs and the Grizzlies. I have no faith in it.
See, I'm going to give more credit to Memphis than you are. I think Memphis is a sneaky, decent team. Yes, Golden State has more star power. I mean, when you have Steph Curry, that's a fact. But Ja Morant's had a great year. He's finally back to 100% after having the ankle issue early where he missed a few weeks and came back a bit early. Dylan Brooks is a solid piece. Brendan Clark's been decent. Xavier Tillman's put in good minutes. Grayson Allen even has had some great games off the bench. And that's a dude who we only know for tripping people. So, this Grizzlies team is actually more well-rounded than the Warriors are. But obviously, when you have Steph Curry, that obviously is going to that's the ace up your sleeve. And Steph's had maybe one of the better seasons of his career, actually.
Yeah.
My thought on this is, I think I actually agree with you, Joe. I think that Dallas is going to keep surging. The way they've been playing has been great. Everyone's back. If they can fend off COVID for the rest of the year and injuries, they'll be ready to go. They finally are at full strength. Kristaps has looked great with Luka as per usual. That's going to keep building and getting better. And the offense has been a lot better recently too. San Antonio, my thing with them is even when you sleep, Greg Popovich manages to make them a playoff contender. DeMar DeRozan's having a very good season, a sneaky good season. And people don't realize it because obviously he kind of is under the radar for a San Antonio team that doesn't have a lot of studs outside of him. I really like DeJounte Murray. Derek White's a decent piece. Lonnie Walker's even putting good minutes. The only thing we know San Antonio for right now, besides DeRozan, is the whole Aldridge drama. I think that San Antonio team could sneakily hold that 8th spot down. And also, like I said, I'm not counting Memphis out. There are a few teams behind Golden State that a few weeks ago I was higher on than I am now. I think New Orleans obviously has a lot of star power, but has not been good enough on the glass or the defensive end to really stay in games. I think there's still a chance, obviously, but I think if you're a betting man right now, seeing the way things are going and how you've had problems defensively all year outside of Draymond Green and James Wiseman, I'm not really you're playing. Juan Toscano Anderson. The only thing I knew him for was having Joe hit a buzzer beater half court on me in 2K.
I was about to say, I had a half court buzzer beater, so yeah.
No disrespect. He's an NBA player and he's actually had some good games. But there's only so much Steph Curry can lift up guys like that. And even Kelly Oubre's been up and down. Wiggins is the same. I just, yeah, I mean, look, I don't want to close the door on them by any stretch. I don't want to doubt my man from Davidson College, the 3-point champion, the best shooter ever. But like, it's not looking great. That's all I really have to say about that, Joe.
Yeah. I semi agree with you because they're not far behind.
They
They're
aren't. No, they're still within the race. The
Yeah.
problem is there are a lot of good, competent teams in there with them.
Yeah. The West is hard to actually get ground in the playoffs, you know?
Yeah, it's so loaded. And also,
Yeah.
I mean, Joe, just let's put this in perspective, right? In the East, the Hawks are in the 8th spot. Golden State would
Yeah.
be comfortably in the East around around the 6-7 spot.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they might even have like the 6th spot, honestly, with tiebreakers and all that.
Yeah, and also like let's keep in mind there's still the play-in tournament. I believe 9 and 10 are actually involved in the play-in tournament, if I'm not mistaken. So Golden State, as of now, is kind of in prime position for that. But are they going to beat Memphis? Are they going to beat San Antonio? I don't know. I think that they're capable of doing both. But even if they do that and they sneak into the 8th spot, I mean, they run into Utah. That's not a favorable matchup at all. Maybe you run into Phoenix at this rate.
Not
LA teams, like I think it's got to be Utah's playing great basketball, but I don't know. I mean, Utah, the way they shoot the ball, Golden State would get exploited defensively. I think
I want to play anyone, I want to play the LA Clippers.
I mean, like, given what they did
last
the postseason,
yeah.
Yeah.
Because Phoenix is scary, honestly.
Phoenix,
I mean,
and the thing with Phoenix is Golden State. The way they would play basketball is they would want to speed teams up and hit threes. Phoenix slows the game down so much with Chris Paul, and they just dissect you. And then you have Booker at the end of shot clocks to bail you out. Like that'd be honest. I'm scared. If I'm any playoff team, I'm scared.
You know, Sam, I think we're giving Warriors fans a bit of bad news right now. Okay, I think we should end this with good news for the Warriors. And that good news is Klay Thompson has shed his walking boot and remains on schedule for recovery.
That's great news. And hopefully when they get him back, he's closer to 100%. Although obviously with the Achilles and then the ACL, you're just hoping for somebody who can get good looks on the basketball court. Hey y'all, thank you everyone for watching. If you want to see our last video, click here. If you want to see our next video, click here. And if you want to subscribe, click on my face.